Hi, everyone. This is John Landers again from T-Bames with Connecting Through Music. And I'm here today with Andrea Loren. She's out of Toronto, Canada. She performed for us back in June of 2013 at the Gibson Guitar Studios in New York. Andrea, thanks for taking the time to join me today.
Thank you. So nice to be here.
Okay, so I guess my first question for you is, what was your impression experience performing for the Big Apple Indie Music Series back then?
I was so excited, first of all, to go to New York, and to be among all these other artists, so many different artists as well. So I met a lot of great people, heard a lot of great music and different music. And it just made me feel like I was part of something really special. So, like I said, I thank you so much for that wonderful opportunity. And I still think about it sometimes, how much fun we had.
It was a great time. Yeah, I miss it myself being in Florida. Let me ask you, when did you first realize that you wanted to get into music? What was your defining moment getting into music?
Yeah, well, I had a musical theater background, and I actually didn't get into songwriting until my early 30s, believe it or not. Around 31, I started just picking up the guitar. I'm self-taught. So I really just worked through songs, learned my chords, and started writing and slowly got better and better. There's always some great songs and then there's some crappy ones that you write too.
I,
But it was a work in progress. And then I just kept going. I couldn't stop. And I think it's because there's just a lot of music in my head. So yeah, I kind of started a little bit later, not like a 15-year-old songwriter or anything like that.
well, it's like me. I started at the age of 50, so.
Yeah, right.
And who are your influences in music?
There's a lot. I mean, the Beatles were always playing in my house a lot, which was always fun. But you know, as a teenager and person in my 20s, I would be listening to Radiohead, Amy Mann, a whole bunch of different people. So yeah, just lots of different influences too, like the Rolling Stones, the Kinks. Like I really loved classic music. A lot of like 60s and 70s kind of stuff too. Linda Ronstadt, Joni Mitchell. So there's a whole mishmash of stuff happening that I really like. And so it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly what my taste is.
Well, that's understandable. I have a broad range myself.
Yeah, I think it's important to have a broad range. And I think it's important to not just stick with one kind of genre, especially if you love music so much, you want to tap into all those different artists that you.
Diversification. In fact, that's what when we did the showcases in New York, trying to mix the genres every month. I always wanted to try to encourage the artists to actually connect with each other to see what other creative processes could be done with that, with
Yeah.
different stuff. What do you find has been your challenges in getting your music career going?
I think having people willing to take a chance on you is always
Mhm.
hard. You need to sort of establish a name and a following and all of that stuff. And especially with social media too, it's almost like a second job. It's like a full-time job to kind of promote yourself.
Mhm.
And I think promoting yourself can be really challenging because there's so many people doing it now.
Yeah.
I find that the challenge is someone being able to just sit and actually listen to your songs, listen to your record, and give you a chance. I think that's the main thing. So
Mhm.
you're kind of always second guessing yourself, like, is this song really good? Is that person gonna want to listen to it? Are they gonna take me seriously?
Mhm.
And I think because there's so many artists now, it's really hard to, there's so many to choose from. Um,
That's
that
true.
it's a different time from when you like think about the 60s and the artists that were coming out, they were kind of working together and listening to each other's music. And I feel like um, everyone's sort of just centered on just them. And I think we need to be more open to listening to so many other people and supporting each other as well.
What social sites do you find most effective for you to get your exposure?
I am on Instagram, but someone told me to go to TikTok and I wasn't even on TikTok. And I got to say that putting, a couple things out on TikTok, the views are so much higher.
Hmm.
You instantly get, these views. And I just was so shocked at how different it was from Instagram, um, having a TikTok account and how many people actually viewed my content. So I would have to say TikTok, but I'm mostly on Instagram. I mostly post on Instagram.
Okay. Okay, that's good. And how about YouTube? You find YouTube any good or
You know what?
helpful?
I haven't really been putting a lot of stuff on YouTube. I think I'm going to start. I'm working on a record right now, and hopefully I'll be able to, you know, put out some music videos and put them on YouTube. So I guess I'm opening up to YouTube. It's been around forever. It's been very great for so many people. So I guess I should start.
I'm working on some more stuff on that too. What would you tell someone who wants to get into music right now, based on what your experiences have been? Well, how would you advise someone to get started?
Um, well, I would probably say um, work on your songs. Really, really have good songs, um, because I think that that is so important to just to know what you're doing, because you want to put out something that's good.
Hmm.
Um, and so work on your music, and also just really try and find a community of of other artists, because I've learned so much listening to other people's music, watching other people play,
Hmm.
um, going to see other singer-songwriters and other shows, and just watching how they work, how they sound, what songs I like and what songs I don't like. So there's always like a little formula too to certain songs, and I'm like, I really love that pre-chorus, so I really love this. And so I've learned so much from the community of artists that are around me, and I think that that's really important to have that, and believe in yourself. Gosh, it's so hard. Like I said, with all these other performers, you really have to be able to just, keep going, even if you don't have a gazillion followers. You got to
Yeah.
believe in yourself and what you're creating.
Very cool. So before we finish this interview, because it's going to be a short, I keep it short because the attention span for viewers is the limited.
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to share with what's going on with you right now and for what's new and what's coming up?
Well, I've been working on an EP, and I haven't put out music in a really long time. I have three singles on Spotify at the moment, which has been wonderful. But someone said, "Why aren't you doing a record?" And I said, "Okay, I think I'm going to do it." So I've been working at a wonderful studio with a great producer just outside of Toronto, and I'm planning on putting out my EP in the summer, and I'm really excited about it. My songwriting's changed a little bit, and I it's a bit more of a maybe a cinematic kind of music,
Hmm.
but also with that sort of indie dream pop kind of feel. And I'm really really excited to share it with everyone this summer. So that's what I've been working on, and
Okay,
being a mom.
that's always a challenge right there. Not
Oh
that
yeah.
I'm one, but okay, so that's great. What I'll do is we'll add your, link to your sites on the YouTube channel. And I want to thank everyone for joining us for today. And until next time, we'll be connecting you through music.